Planet Veldin. Yeah, it's a little more dark and sinister than the first time we were here, isn't it? And as you can see, you can still see the little horny toads jumping around, but it's also the elite commandos. In fact, I think we landed in exactly the same place where Ratchet wanted to take off in that ship all that time ago. This is still Ratchet's garage. They even took down the Quark poster. I can't possibly imagine why. As you can see, there's now a Gadgetron vendor here. Oh, no, I didn't want to access it. I wanted to pull out my Walloper. Well, it's good to know that some things never change. I see you hovering menacingly in the distance over there, sir. You're going to be using the Devastator a lot here, so you're going to want to make sure that you have plenty of ammunition for it. This is kind of a little surreal, going back through the same tutorial area that we started with, only now much, much more difficult. Man, look at the sky. It's like it looks like it's on fire. That certainly wasn't how it looked when we first began. It was like blue and bright. Now it's orange, red, and sinister. Excuse me? I didn't give you permission to spontaneously blow me up. It's very rude, you know. What, and they got tanks, too? Man, they're just rolling out the red carpet for us. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Just give me a second to pull out my rocket launcher so that I can blow you up real good. Thanks. That'll teach him. Teach him what? I don't know, but it'll teach him all right. I guess we blew something up. I couldn't even see him. He was so far away. Is that everything? Oh no. No, it is not. Well, now it is. Yeah, as you can see, this place is a little more dangerous than the last time we did this. By like a factor of 100. But thankfully, we are much better prepared for this now. And this is the crash site where we found Clank. I've actually never gone past this area. Not that I don't think there was an area we could have even gone to over here. Alright. Oh, first I should, like I said before, never gonna need the hollow guys again. So I'm just gonna bust out the trespasser. And as you can imagine, these are the hardest puzzles in the game. He says as he solves the first one much faster than he did the last one. Don't worry, they will actually get much harder. I really like this second visit to Planet Veldin because it's a real culmination of all of your skills. You use most of the gadgets and items you've acquired throughout the game. And that's always what I like in a final stage, that, you know, a final stage is supposed to be like an exam. It puts everything you've learned to the test. Fortunately, here failure is much, much more forgiving than failure in the real world. Yeah, I'm not going to spend my bolts on anything else for this playthrough anyway, so...
I got some great bargains for you today.
Just replenish our ammo supply. Another use for the power slam. Another simple, just Hydra Displacer puzzle. Oh, I'm an idiot. My instinct tells me that that's something that I always do at this part. Like, it just doesn't make sense that you just drain the water and then never put it back. At least in this area. Oh, we'll just suck it all up. By the way, Veldin is pretty stingy with checkpoints, so you'll want to play pretty cautiously to make sure you don't die accidentally. Ow. Oh yeah, there's a pit there. Don't fall into it. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a gold bolt we can get over there, but first... I'm gonna take care of the ship with the handy-dandy Visibomb gun. Oh, we got both! That's a 2-for-1 deal. Okay, so we're gonna need the taunter to get this gold bolt. Get the horny toad to step onto the button. And get the 38th gold bolt. Looks like we took care of all the commandos, at least right around here. Let me pull out my map real fast. Just trying to double check where the gold bolts are. Because again, I kind of remember where they are. But it's good to double check yourself on these kinds of things. I'm going to pretty low on Devastator ammo. Yeah, if you have the Gadgetron PDA, it will help you immensely here. First, deal with the commandos. Bang! Okay, if we jump right back over here... Find a gold bolt on this high platform. Okay, there's only one more gold bolt to find, and I think it's actually pretty close to here. No, it's over there, but that's okay. Alright, looks like we got ourselves another trespasser puzzle. Let's see, I gotta position this one. It's not gonna block anything. Oh, there we go. There should be a couple of commandos around here. Thought, anyway. Found him. Oh, he ducked behind the wall. Who told you could do that? There we go. Alright, so, looks like, I think this is the final metal detector area. Or rather, area where there are buried bolts to find. Oh no, it looks like there's still some more. Okay, that's fine with me. This is a gap. Pretty sure it's a gap. Just gonna assume that it's a gap for safety. No, actually, that's the gap. I think those are just little water streams, but you know, better to be safe than plummeting to your doom. My grandfather used to say that all the time. I never knew what he meant by that until now. No, I think this is where the gold bolt is. One last grind rail section. And there it is. The 40th and final gold bolt. I checked my inventory. We found all of them. There's the wall jump here. And yeah, that's it. All that's left to do now is to send Drek packing. Pull up the swing shot. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of enemies. Don't go that way. Go left. Because... well, you know, you're not supposed to fight everything over there, so... okay. Fill up the hydro faucet. There's no boxes. Right over here, past a couple of horny toads, is a transformation pad. I'm gonna scoop up the ammo. Any health? It's smashing time. Now we can just plow through Drek's forces like wet toilet paper. Let's punch our way through that. Crush the little horny toads.
Hey! What the?
Imbeciles. After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
Alright, it's time for a sweet robot fight. Yeah, we're just gonna punch Drek a bunch, and we'll be on our way.
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Did you think that this was going to be a robot fight? Unfortunately, it is not. But hey, at least it was fun while it lasted for like the 7 seconds or so that it did. There's a Gadgetron vendor here to resupply. Now, before I push on, I'm going to reconfigure my quick select. We're still gonna need our swing shot. That's important. But everything else, let's see. We need the Tesla claw. We still need the blaster. I'm gonna choose to pick the suck cannon. I'm gonna use the Walloper and the Devastator. These platforms will quickly collapse under your weight, so move quickly. Whee! Alright, it's final boss time. Alright, so Drek's got a lot of different things he can do. He can send this kind of missile salvo at you. Thankfully, little crosshairs will show up on the ground to indicate where he's shooting. He can also lob these bombs, which generate powerful shock waves. You're generally going to be playing on the defensive mostly for this fight, so you'll need to be patient. Just wait for an opportunity to take him down. Thankfully, in this first phase, he only has the missile salvo and the bomb toss, so if you can get good at dodging those, you'll be fine. After you deplete one section of his health, he'll blast apart the planet. You'll need to quickly move on before it crumbles underneath you. Or rather, platform, I should say. You can use your stretch jump to get some more distance. And again, there's no mid-fight checkpoints here, so if you die, you'll have to go back to the Gadgetron vendor. Got a nanotech crate here, which will be handy if we need it. Well, we just completely exhausted all of our blaster ammo, but that's okay. Alright, that was a quick phase there. This platform's gonna crumble. Re-equip the slingshot. Thankfully, this is the last kind of platforming section you have to do in this fight, so you can take solace in that fact.
So, it has come to this. Once I step on this ignition switch, a countdown will commence. The end of which signals the destruction of your pitiful world.
There must be another way to make a home for your people.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted our last world? I did. This is about one thing and one thing only. Cash. And lots of it. You see, I've been paid for every square inch of my new world. Once the inhabitants move in, I will begin polluting this world as well. Then the whole thing starts all over again. Brilliant.
Why, you evil little...
Save it, Clank. We have to stop that timer.
The lesson here, kids, is that unchecked capitalism was the real villain all along. So as you can see, there's a countdown. You'll need to power slam that switch in order to stop the deplanetizer from deplanetizing Veldin. After you pound the switch, though, he'll generate a little shockwave around himself and try to ram into you. Get onto the outer edge of the field and you'll grind it. Once you get past that, he will stop. You'll also notice that he kind of deployed his own evil little Gadgebots. You can actually suck them up with the suck cannon and fire them back at him. He'll also shoot mines, which I think you can also suck up. Yes. So yeah, this is where the suck cannon's really gonna, come into its own. Ow! It may not deal much damage, but you don't need to use any of your ammo from your other guns. No, come back here. Let me electroshock you. And basically, every time you deplete another segment of his health, he will go back and start the countdown again. Unfortunately, it will keep whatever time that you had when you pushed the button. So you're going to want to be careful about that. If you wait too long, well, you're not going to have enough time to push the button. And then everyone's sad. Except Drek. But that makes us sad, so we don't want that. Bam! Okay. Thankfully, after every phase, some ammo will spawn, which is nice. Alright. But yeah, thankfully, until you get Drek's health down to his last section, aside from spawning Gadgebots and mines, he won't add any new attacks to his arsenal. It should be noted that if you have the Rhino, this fight will be much, much easier since, well, each of the missiles that you fire in a salvo will lock onto Drek independently, and so you'll be able to inflict a ton of damage. But this fight is very doable without the Rhino. Oh, I forgot about this attack, where he fires plasma blasts. You can use your stretch jump to easily jump past them. Thankfully, he has no idea about the concept of leading targets. But it can still be annoying. Back and forward. Back and forward. Okay, this is his last button press. And now he's basically gone into desperation mode, where now he'll begin just firing these green warheads. Unlike the orange missiles, they will not hurt you if you touch them, but they still explode, which is unfortunate. But yeah, if you got enough health, you'll definitely be able to outlast him, especially with whatever weapon you're using. If you're using the right weapon, I should say. So this is the time to just ignore defense and just pump out damage. Just grill him. And that's it.
Ratchet?
What's up? You know, this time I am thinking what you're thinking.
That's a nice planet you got there. Oh, I didn't know you could still do that. I've never done that before. That completely ruined my moment. Anyway, let me try that again. Yeah, that's a nice planet you got there. Sure would be a shame if something happened to it.
This can't be good. Phew, that was close. Clank, you can pull us up now.
The servos in my arm appear to be broken.
Broken? As in, fall to our deaths broken?
Yes.
That was close. Thanks.
My arm appears to be badly damaged.
Ah, you'll be all right. Hey, tin can! Where do you think you're going? We, still need to fix that arm.
And that concludes Ratchet and Clank. That was a nice little ending there. We got the credits rolling right now, so guess I'll take this opportunity to reflect on the project. Yeah, this actually went much faster than I thought it was going to. This is, what, session number 3? Yeah, I thought it was going to take... I actually don't know how many sessions it was going to take, but it took a fair amount of time, but this was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was nice to come back to this game. I guess I should mention my thoughts on what I think about the PlayStation 4 remake of this game. Full disclosure, I've never played it, but I've seen it, and, you know, it certainly looks good. I don't know, it just I'll be honest, I've never really had much reason or interest to play the remake. I've got this version, and from what I've heard, some people think this version is better. So, yeah. But yeah, I had a ton of fun doing this. It's just, I'm trying, again, I think the first time I haven't played this in, maybe several years at the very most, at the very least. So it was a real joy to come back to this. So I guess what's next? Well, as far as Ratchet & Clank goes, I do plan on doing Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, which is a sequel, at some point. I don't think it'll be my next project. Maybe it will be. But you could definitely look forward to more Ratchet & Clank, because I love this series too much. It's just too much darn fun to just stop right here. Oh, Mikey Kelly. I'm sorry, I was thinking of someone else. So, when I mentioned before that Ratchet was voiced by Mikey Newman, that was a mistake. I am sorry. I wish I was perfect, but I'm not. Let's see. There are still a couple of things that I would like to show after the credits are done, so yeah, there's still a little bit more that we need to do. Not much, but a little bit more. Let's see. I actually don't think that there's a lot to the credits left. So I think I'm just gonna stop for a moment and just let you enjoy it.
Do you have a problem with unwanted hair? Is painful itching in your nether regions causing you undue embarrassment? Do you just plain stink? Then you need this, the Gadgetron Personal Hygienator. Hi, I'm Steve McQuark, and this little baby can take care of any grooming needs that are just too much trouble for you to handle yourself. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah. Ow. Ah. Oh, mommy.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Congratulations. Now that Chairman Drek's account has been closed, you're Gadgetron's most valued customer. We've got new items available for you. Just check the new goodies menu on your pause screen.
Okay, now you have
If
two...
you'd like, you can
sorry.
start a new game with all of your current weapons and bolts. You can also go back to your last save. Go ahead and pick one.
So yeah, you can either jump back to before you defeated Drek, if there's still things that you need to do, or
Congratulations.
you can start a brand new game. Oversave that file. And it brings us back to the start of the game. I think this is the only way you can actually see this cutscene with any subtitles, which is really bizarre.
Final step, attach robotic ignition
Oh, no,
system.
there's no subtitles. Alright, well, we're just gonna skip it, because, we've already seen this before. Alright, so, as you can see, we start with all of the weapons we had acquired. We also start with the Gadgetron PDA again. And we also start with the Persuader, Bolt Grabber, Map-O-Matic, and any nanotech upgrades that we've had. All of our gadgets and other things, though, we'll have to reacquire. We also start with all of the bolts that we've had, so we can get started on purchasing more things. So there's nothing different on the Veldin this first time, so future me's just gonna cut this part right on out. So we'll see you when we get to Planet Novalis. Okay, so here we are back on the planet Novalis. As you can see, there's now a new teleporter here. Teleport to the gold weapons room. This is where likely most players will first encounter the golden weapons. As you can see, there's now 5 new weapons to add. The golden Tesla Claw, the golden Devastator, the golden Mind Glove, the golden Morpho Ray, and the golden Decoy Glove. And as you can see, you're gonna need some, you need a lot of cash for these. After dealing with that, you'll also notice there's a new goodies panel. The goodies panel is where you can find the skill points, which, again, you can collect skill points on your first playthrough, but unfortunately they will not list them until your second playthrough, which I think kind of stinks, but it's what they did. At least it's better than what they did in the Spyro 2 and Spyro 3, where they didn't even tell you what you... They didn't even give you a hint as to what to do. You can also see the credits, access any cheats that you've toggled, or toggle any cheats that you've found. You can watch any cinematic from the game that you want. You can even see the in-level movies for the planet that you're in. There are also some additional goodies you can buy, but you need to obtain more skill points and purchase the gold weapons. What exactly are these goodies? I'll let you figure that out for yourself. I gotta give you some reason to play this game. Or, you know, you could look it up online. I mean, I guess you can do that too. If you want. But yeah. That's the end of another intergalactic adventure. And I'm grateful that you all decided to come along with me on it. That was a terrible sentence, I am sorry. Anyway. For now, this is the Defender signing out. Until we meet again, farewell.